and the handsome Mr. George Darling.
That's father.
Fell madly in love with her. They married and had 3 lovely children. The oldest name was Wendy.
And then came John.
And last but not least, me, Michael.
And we mustn't forget Nana.
Tell us another story, Wendy.
Oh, brothers, Mother expects us to be sound asleep by now.
Please?
Well, I suppose we can have one more story. Nana, will you warn us if Mother is coming? See this?
Did you draw that?
Who is it?
This is the boy who never grew up. He lives in a world far away from ours, called Neverland.
Is it a magical place?
There's a secret land that grown-ups don't understand. There's pirates and Indians fighting, and scary crocodiles biting, where every day is exciting, and there you'll find the boy who never grew up.
Is he a real boy, Wendy?
Yes, his name is Peter Pan.
Is it a real place or just a silly dream?
Neverland is not a dream, it's real as can be. There are mermaids and fairies as real as you and me. Every day is crowded with adventure, fun, and laughter, and when it's over, everyone is happy ever after.
Whoa! Someone's coming!
Are you still awake, Nana? And are all your charges sleeping quietly? I thought I heard voices.
Whoa!
Shh! You mustn't wake the children. And what's this? It says the boy who never grew up. Do you know this young creature? He looks vaguely familiar.
That's because he says he's met you, Mother.
Wendy, are you still awake?
So are we!
And what are you doing up past your bedtimes?
Every night at bedtime, Wendy tells a story.
Sometimes it's a happy one.
Sometimes kinda gory.
Stories where they fall in love.
Stories that are creepy.
Sometimes I don't hear the end because I get sleepy.
Wendy, what have you been telling your brothers? A little imagination goes a long way with young boys.
It's not imagination, Mother.
There's a secret land that grown-ups don't understand. There's pirates and Indians fighting, and scary crocodiles fighting, where every day is exciting.
And there you'll find the boy.
There you'll find the boy who never grew up.
Well, the battles will have to wait till morning. Right now, close your eyes and snuggle under the covers.
Mr. Darling is ready to go, ma'am. He sent me to fetch you.
Oh, Liza, I do so wish I didn't have to go to that party tonight.
Why ever not, ma'am?
Just a funny feeling I have. I really would feel better staying home, but it's for Mr. Darling's business, and that comes first.
Don't you worry, ma'am. Nana and I will see to the children.
Oh, I'm sure of it. It's just the other night I had the oddest dream. I had just put the children to bed and was beginning to doze off myself when I dreamt that a boy came in through the window. He was looking for something. When he saw me, he gave me the strangest smile and then flew away. I woke up because Nana was barking so loudly, and she had this in her mouth. Now, what do you suppose it could be?
I don't know, ma'am. It must be something the children are playing with. But we'd best put it back.
I suppose you're right, Liza. I shouldn't feel so uneasy.
And we aren't going anywhere.
Except to bed.
We won't even go to fight pirates or Indians.
Oh, gracious. You wouldn't want that.
Mother, the carriage is waiting.
I must say goodnight, my darling.
Neverland is a real place, Mother, filled with pirates and Indians and Peter Pan.
I'm sure it is a real place, but only in your dreams, and that's where you should go now. Sail away to the island of dreams, shimmering up in the sky, float on a sea made of moon.
Mother, we can't be late.
Take care, darling. Good night, Liza. Watch them safely.
I've got to finish in the kitchen, so you're in charge, Nana.
You don't have to go to sleep right away, do you, Wendy?
Well, I'm not sure.
It's just dark. We've time for you to tell us another story.
Yes, tell us one with pirates.
But pirates are so wicked.
That's why I like them.
They tie your hands behind your back and make you walk the plank. You drop into the sea, and the sharks come to have you for supper.
Do they really do that, Wendy?
Yes, and sometimes they'll even tie you to a cannonball and stuff you down the cannon, then blast you off into the sky.
Never seen a pirate do that.
Who's there?
Nana, stop! You'll make Liza mad.
What's your big ball of fur?
And just what's going on in here, Nana?
Nana, look what you've done!
Do you think you broke any bones?
Takes a lot more than a ball of fur to break Liza, Laddie. And that's it. Nurse or no nurse, you're going outside. I can't abide by this racket. Come on now and take your medicine. I know the children will be safe as can be in their own beds. Come along, you big brute.
Well, that's a fine how do you do.
And how do you do too?
It's Peter Pan!
And who might you be?
Don't you remember? It's me, Wendy Angela Mora Darling.
La-dee-da.
Have you come to make us walk the plank?
I'm no pirate, but I have some pirates who are my best enemies.
Where do you live?
Second star to the right and straight on till morning.
That's a silly address. How will the mailman deliver you any letters?
I don't get any letters.
Well, your mother must get letters.
Don't got a mother. Never had one and don't ever need one, so there.
Who tucks you in at night?
Me, myself, and I.
Who gets your porridge in the morning?
Me, myself, and I.
Who makes you take your medicine when you're sick?
Me, myself, and I.
Peter, can I ask you something?
You certainly are full of questions.
What are you looking for?
My shadow.
And just what would your shadow be doing in this room without you?
That bear you keep in here tore it off me the other night.
Nana's not a bear.
She's just a very big doggy.
I don't care if she's a hippopotamus with 3 eyes. I want my shadow back.
I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about.
Who's that?
That's Tinkerbell. She's a very beautiful fairy, but so small only I can see her. Do you know where my shadow is, Tink? You do? Of course I do. In there?
Is this it? It should suit you nicely. I'll sew it back on for you.
I should like it very much.
I dare say this might hurt a bit,
I won't cry. Peter Pan never cries.
I say you were brave.
especially for someone so young.
How old are you?
I won't lie. I'm young, but I don't really know how young. You see, I ran away the day I was born.
How exciting!
Why would you do that?
Well, I heard my father telling my mother what I'll become when I grow up to be a man. But I don't want to grow up to be a man. I don't want to grow up, period. I just want to be a boy and have fun. So I ran away to Kensington Gardens, and that's where I met Tinkerbell and all the other fairies.
Where do fairies come from?
You won't tell anybody?
Cross my heart, hope to die.
Well, then I'll tell you. When the first baby laughed, its laugh broke into 1,000 pieces, and they all went skipping about. And that was the beginning of fairies.
Do you still live with them in Kensington Gardens?
Only sometimes, but most of the time I live with the Lost Boys.
Who are they?
The children that fall out of their carriages when the nannies aren't looking. If they're not claimed in 7 days, they're sent to Neverland.
Neverland?
But sometimes I get tiresome.
Why?
Because they want me to tell them stories and stuff, and I don't know any stories. We don't have anyone that can tell us stories.
Wendy can tell stories.
Now, Peter, stand up and see if that suits you.
Why, it's better than before. You certainly are a handy person to have about, Wendy.
Well, thank you. But I believe it's time that you get back to your Lost Boys and these two went to bed.
Can you really tell stories?
Oh, wonderful stories about the sultans of Arabia and the pharaohs of Egypt.
And Cinderella and Snow White, too.
What's that, Tink? Those stories don't sound stupid at all. I think they sound wonderful.
Tinkerbell doesn't like stories?
says she only hates the stories you tell.
That's not very fair. They're splendid stories, really.
Then come with me to Neverland and tell stories to the lost boys.
But won't Mother and Father miss us?
You can come back whenever you say, Wendy. Please, come to Neverland. While you are fast asleep and slumbering inside your silly bed, you could be whistling a tune with the man in the room, playing tag with the stars instead.
Oh, Peter, could we?
Come along with me, all of you. I'll show you a place where dreams come true, and fly with me to Neverland. I can show you how, wait and see. You'll pick up the knack so easily. Come and fly with me to Neverland. We're gonna fly high, away up in the air. Wave bye bye to the grown-ups worry and care. Why don't we go now, right away? Just follow my lead, I'll show the way. Come and fly with me to Neverland.
How do we get to Neverland?
There's only one way to get to Neverland. We fly. Take, sprinkle 'em with fairy dust. Tink, I'll put your house on a pirate ship if you don't do as I say.
It's wonderful.
I feel so light. But we're 3 stories up.
Don't worry. Think happy thoughts and you'll fly like a bird.
I'm thinking of a beautiful dress and a magnificent gold carriage.
I'm thinking about birthday cakes and ice cream and presents.
I'm thinking of.
Hurry, Michael. Neverland awaits.
I'm thinking of Christmas and candles and candy.
That's it, Michael. When you're in the air, look below. The city of London's all aglow. There's a blinking star that's warning. Make a light and straight on till morning. And in no time